Okay, this is the Knights of the Fallen Empire upgrade. This is your Target Macadam character. And there's a few changes. First of all, yeah, I don't see your offhand blaster, which I will definitely need to fix. I could have sworn that was sent to you, but I'll figure that out in a minute. But first of all, let's take a look at your sidekicks or your companions. So use the N key, N for Nancy key, and you'll notice you have 3 companions. Your ship droid is no longer there. So you've got Corso, Baldar and Treek. Now, they're not currently active. To activate them, you would actually summon your crew character. The first thing you'll notice is that he's set to be a healer. And actually, you can leave him as a healer. I sometimes change him out to do damage or to be a tank if you want to do healing. So we'll use Treek for the healer and we'll make him the damage guy. So, but let's take a look at it. First of all, if we take a look at our sidekick, so we hit the little character sheet or C key or click the little man, so the C key, and then look at companion. The first thing you'll notice is he's not wearing any trousers. So that's kind of important to get him some trousers. So it doesn't really matter what we give him, because you'll notice none of these stats change. You could put anything, in fact you could run him around with no clothes on at all and it would not change at all. The only thing you need to make sure he's got is a weapon. And right now, doesn't matter what level, you can put any old junky thing in there. So, oh, he can't use that one, maybe that one. No, he can't use that one either. Alright, so we're going to have to go make sure we've got a weapon for him to use. I somehow think he could use as a blaster. So that blaster might work for him. So I've right-clicked and dragged that into my inventory. So let's open Corso up again and see if he'll take that blaster. Yes, we'll equip it. So he's now got a blaster. Again, doesn't really matter what he uses, but he has some. Whatever you put in there could be a piece of junk, because his skills and capabilities are based on yours. There's no, there's no special. He doesn't need anything in his slots. He doesn't need anything. It's just that he's going to be as good as you are. So that's really good. So we need to fix for some reason your offhand range slot is not working, and that says offhand range. I don't know why it won't. Oh yeah, there you go. Alright, so you do have a blaster in there, but we definitely need to upgrade that. So because it's only currently level 16. So what you can see, it does actually use slots. So what I'm going to try and do is, let's see, is there anything in there? That's level 16, that's not a lot better. I'll get you some fancier slots, but for now, let's go into the Global Trade Network and let's see if we can find something in there. And we're going to look for item modification, and we're going to look for a first of all let's look for barrel, and let's look anywhere from 22 to 27, which is the level we are. And as you can see, there's a lot of barrels for sale. Now we want the cheap one. Cheapest we can get is 8,000. I can build you one. Why spend 8,000 on something that you don't necessarily? Actually, that's not bad. We could probably use that one. It's only alright. We'll buy that one. So we're going to buy that one. What happens is that actually now turns up in your inbox, and in your inbox, that's the one we just bought. So now, the thing I've just I put it in your inventory. So now what we'll do is we will look at your inventory and we will right-click this, control right-click, and notice there's a barrel in there, 10 mastery and 7 endurance. This is 16 mastery and 20 endurance. Notice they've changed. There's no longer aim or anything. Basically it's mastery in smugglery things, or mastery in healing things, or mastery in stormtrooper things. So that's changed. Some other things you might also notice is you've got some goodies. You've actually got a swoop, which is a new vehicle. So I've just put that in your inventory, and if we click on that, it's right there. We can right click on that, it'll bring up your swoop, and there it is. It's been added to your slot. over here. So we can launch your swoop, and as you see, it's quite a fancy looking. Looks like some land speed record holder. Anyway, so that's your swoop. So you've now got a swoop in there, which is kind of cool. Also, you've got, I think you've got another character. Yeah, you've got Nico Okar. You've got his blasters, which are really good. So you could equip. I'll set those up for you. You've also got a banner, which is for your stronghold. So your stronghold that you have in Coruscant, which, remember, strongholds, or the U key. So just a quick, your two strongholds you have. One is Lee Van Cleef's and the other one is Tarmac Adams. Yours is in Coruscant, and Lee Van Cleef's is in Car City. This one's purely Republic, this one's purely Imperial. One's in Tatooine, and Nar Shaddaa can be either Imperial or Republic. So anyway, that's just a quick intro. Looks like we've got Corso set up. Again, use the N for Nancy key, and we can take a look at Baldar.
What? You done with me?
And let's see what Baldar has. So, he wants to talk to you as well. So, if we look at Baldar, all he has is a blade. He can't actually equip anything other than just his blade. And again, it's just for looks. It has absolutely no purpose whatsoever. He's also set up as a healer. Again, I would probably, if you want to change that, you can do it from here. You can actually right-click on his portrait and then select tank damage. So let's make him a tank. Means he goes out and takes all the damage. So obviously you need to worry about healing him, or at least remember to use your recuperate between bouts. Anyway, let's give a quick talk to him because he wants to talk to you. He was a slave, so he's going to actually give you what's a conversation. And so you might want to ask him if he wants to go back. Now notice, he approves. That means his, this is now meaning his, as he improves, you're actually going to get some loyalty.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
So again, he gave him some good stuff, and he approved again. So you want to think about what your companions actually need, and some discussion around things that they would actually like. He's going to make lots of noise. All right, well, I'm not going to listen to his rant, but he actually improved you improved influence, and influence makes him work better. It makes him damage things faster. So as you do missions, as your companions are coming along on missions, you'll notice that their influence will increase. As you kill some enemies, you may notice their influence increases. So over time, they will periodically want to talk to you, and you notice you got some XP for that. So that's very cool. So anyway, that's just a brief introduction. If you want to go to another stronghold, let's say you wanted to go to Nar Shaddaa, you click the little strongholds, and then you would go to Keyring, and you'll notice you can go to Nar Shaddaa. So we could actually travel to Nar Shaddaa, or we could travel to Coruscant. And when you go to Nar Shaddaa, you'll notice that you can exit. Remember I said you had some missions on Nar Shaddaa to finish off? So what you can do is you can actually go to the stronghold. This is a very quick way. You can go to a stronghold from pretty much anywhere. Go to a stronghold from pretty much anywhere. So once we get to the Nar Shaddaa stronghold, you will... So we got some things here. I remember what I think I told you before. We got any? I don't think we got any. Oh yeah, we got something there. There's a chest. So you can click on that. Remember I told you you get some free money by clicking on these things, that either that cylinder in Tatooine or the chest in Nar Shaddaa. And what it'll do, it'll actually give you a box. And there we are. We got a credit case, and we right-click on that. and it gave us 1,055 credits, which is really handy. Your mastery thing is also flashing, or combat proficiencies, which is the K key. We click on that. So you got 2 available utility points. Sweeping gunfire is good, and let's see, hot pursuit, range defense. Oh, that's it. When you're in cover, you're actually going to heal yourself, so that's a good one. So there you go. So we'll commit those. So you've upgraded your skills and in that area. So you've got 2 blasters, as you can see. You're wielding 2 blasters. Your sidekicks you can select again from the N key, just so you can actually bring one on. Right now we've actually got Baldar. Well, they'll actually give you a little detail about each of them, about what they like. So he likes a good fight against worthy foes, protecting the weak, personal honor. He dislikes cruelty, bullying, slavery, respecting authority that's in the wrong. So basically he will disapprove if you have conversations in those spaces. Treek is probably the only other one I haven't checked on. So let's again do the N key. Let's check on Treek. And let's look here. Companion. See, he hasn't got a gun, so he hasn't got anything else. So I think he can actually use that gun. Yep. So now he's got a gun. He will shoot things. So, and he's set to be a healer. So the only other thing you've got to do is probably sell off all the junk, and then you should be good to go. So pretty much all this stuff is just rubbish. So we can just toss it. I mean, the most important thing is we gave Corso some trousers. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, that I usually put over there, which is the lucky shots thing. So remember to click that. That'll give you extra critical strike 5%. So I think you're good to go, and you're currently on Nar Shaddaa. You can exit that, or you can read about that. You can either click the X, or you can read some more details about the Fallen Empire. So that's it for now.